Hey guys, I hope you're doing well and welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would do a video just chatting about some of the games I am looking forward to coming out this year and that I will most definitely be buying, and kind of going into this. First of all, I know it's February. I was meant to film this last month but stuff happened, but here we are. I still feel like it's just about early enough to film this, and also the games in question I'm going to be talking about haven't actually really come out yet, so that is fine. And also I know like a lot of stuff in the video game world is a bit slow right now because of our obviously current world circumstances, which is absolutely fine. Like, I'm not going to complain whatsoever. I'm still very grateful for all the games that we do have coming out. So my list is kind of probably a lot shorter than it might be in like other years, and I know we haven't really heard a lot of announcements from companies about games coming out, you know, probably in the fall or winter and like Christmas time. So these games are kind of like mainly in like the first half of the year, but hopefully later on in the year we might hear some announcements about what's coming out later in the year. And I'm hoping, it's February now, which means it is Pokemon Day month, so I'm hoping we might be very lucky and get a Pokemon Direct very soon. So if that happens, don't worry, I'll be doing a reaction 100%, because yeah, we have some stuffs. I reckon they have a lot of stuff in the works that we are going to be very excited about, I hope. So yeah, with that being said, let's get straight into today's video. So the first game that I wanted to mention is one that's coming out very soon, on February 12th in fact, and it is Super Mario 3D World and the Bowser's Fury part in it for a Switch, and I think these are actually all Switch games. So yes, this is basically all the Switch games I know I'm going to be buying for now. And yeah, I'm actually way more excited for this than like I thought I would be, and that is because I played obviously the original Super Mario 3D World that was on the 3DS one, like when the 3DS like first came out, like back in the day. That was one of the first games I actually had for my 3DS, and it's probably could be my favourite Mario game ever. We have most of the Mario games on Switch and stuff, and I've played like not every Mario game, but most of like the recent ones in like the last 10 years or so. And I don't know, there was just like, I think because it was, you know, one of the first games on the 3DS, and it was quite a bit of a different playstyle for a Mario game, so maybe that's why I loved it so much. But yeah, I just really enjoyed the gameplay style. I loved, you know, that it wasn't just like a 2D platformer. There was like a whole, you know, worlds that you could explore as such, and I really loved all like the new items. And yeah, I'm very excited to play this on Switch. It's gonna look so cool in HD. It's gonna be really fun, and I'm really excited for the extra little story as well, Bowser's Fury. The next game I'm definitely going to be buying is Persona 5 Strikers, which comes out on the 23rd of this month, and my god, this is probably one of the games that I'm going to be I've been most excited for like a while, and I'm really glad. I'm actually, it's kind of surprising how fast the time has gone now. But yeah, this came out in Japan sometime last year actually, and the thing is with Persona games or Atlas games, there's always quite a big like wait, because they have to obviously, you know, translate and re-voice act the entire game. So I totally understand that. Like, we had a very long wait for Royal, but it was well worth the wait. And yeah, this is going to be firstly very exciting because it's going to be the first Persona game on Switch. I know it's not like an official, like it's not like P3 or P4 or P5, but it is a Persona game on Switch, so we can at least say that. And the thing is, I'm not a massive like, because obviously it's not a, you know, a straight RPG, it is kind of like a slash and hack Dynasty Warrior style game, and that's not normally my normal style of games. I'm not really into those weirdly, but with it being Persona, I think I'm going to hopefully quite enjoy it, and I'm excited to play a different like style of game for once. Obviously there is like an RPG sort of element in it, and this is apparently supposed to be like a kind of sequel to P5, so we'll see what happens. But I'm just most excited about kind of like going back and replaying with like the Phantom Thieves, and just kind of like being back in the you know, the P5 world as such. As like Persona has probably, well, Persona 5 has probably become one of my favorite games ever, and it's just Like, you know, when you play a game you just instantly feel like comforted. Like, that's what Persona like does for me. And like, if you've not played Persona 5, you need to like go and buy a copy right now. They are not hard to find, and they're not too expensive either, but like, my god, it's on actually PlayStation 3 as well, so even if you don't have a PS4, there's no excuse. But yes, I'm just very excited to be back in the world of Persona 5, and yeah, I'm just very, very excited, and it should be good. And like, and obviously now we are getting our first like Persona game on Switch. I'm hoping that might lead to other possibilities in the future, so we shall see. I think the ultimate dream would be like P3, P4 and 5 to be like ported Switch, but I know that is a very far-fetched dream. I'm kind of going in chronological order here, or trying to. So the next game I'm excited for is out on March 23rd, and that is the new Story of Seasons game. Now, Story of Seasons has become a bit of a confusing thing, because obviously there is Harvest Moon and there is Story of Seasons. Now, I'm not sure when this happened, but Harvest Moon is no longer Harvest Moon. Harvest Moon is now Story of Seasons, and so I hope that makes sense. So yes, so if you're wanting to continue to support the people who made like the original Harvest Moon games, then buy Story of Seasons, because Harvest Moon was bought out by someone else and it's not actually the kind of like original team, if that makes sense. So yes, so that's why I'm, you know, not going to be buying or mentioning the new Harvest Moon games, but in fact everybody's trying to support Story of Seasons now. So yes, the new Story of Seasons game is out on March 23rd. The next game that I am very, very excited for is one that I think many of us are going to be buying, and that is the new Pokemon Snap coming out on April the 30th. Now, don't hate me for this, but I've not actually played the original Snap. I was just probably too young, and I've just never gotten around to buying it or buying a 64 or anything, but trust me, I'm desperate to. But now the new Snap has been announced, I noticed a little bit of a surge in demand in Nintendo 64s, and therefore the price and stuff, so you know, it's probably not going to happen for a while, but that's okay. I will get to play the original eventually, and I refuse to play it on an emulator because no, I've got to play it on the console itself. But yes, that being said, new Pokemon Snap is out. It's coming out, and yeah, it's going to be so good. From obviously we've only seen a few trailers so far, but my god, they look so pretty. Yeah, I really love the Pokemon spin-off games. Like, Mystery Dungeon is one of my favourite games of all time, and it's just a cute, fun game, you know, that you can be immersed in the Pokemon world and just literally go around and take photos of Pokemon in their natural habitats. And I must say, the graphics so far look, I think, pretty decent. Some people weren't happy with some of like the backgrounds and stuff in the new trailer, but I'm trying to think, it's not finished yet, so keeping our fingers crossed. I'm sure they will work as hard as they can to make it look as good as possible. But yep, I am very, very excited for Snap. I have a few more games to mention, and the next one is coming out on May 20th, or in Japan at least, and that is Rune Factory 5. Now, Rune Factory 5 we've been waiting for quite a while now. I've got Rune Factory 4 on 3DS and the Switch. I picked it up when it came out last year, and yeah, we've been waiting for this install for quite a while, and it's going to be, I think it's going to be well worth the wait. I mean, there's not really too much that I can say on this. We've seen like the, you know, first few trailers, and of course it always comes out in Japan first, so we can only hope that of course it's going to come out later this year in the US for us. But no, yeah, it looks very, very, very pretty. It's kind of the same game as like Story of Seasons and Harvest Moon and all that stuff. It's just a bit more anime-esque as such, and you know, because that's kind of, yeah, I mean, if you see the box art, then you'll know exactly what I mean. So it's probably why I'm a bit more attracted to Rune Factory than I am to like Story of Seasons and stuff, and there's kind of like some more elements of like fantasy and things like that, and I always really like kind of like the romancing option. So if you're into more like that kind of, you know, that kind of gaming as well as like farming, then Rune Factory is like 100% going to be like up your street, and I'm definitely going to pick this up when it comes out. So yeah, fingers crossed we hear a release date for the West soon. And the last couple of games I would like to just quickly talk about are the new Shin Megami Tensei. First of all, we have the remake of Nocturnal, and we also have Shin Megami Tensei V5 coming out as well. So we have two to look forward to. Now, some people don't really know much about the series itself, and that is kind of like what the Persona series sort of started from. Like the Shin Megami Tensei series is like the kind of like the base Persona games, if that makes sense. Like you still, it's not Persona like Persona 3 and Persona 4 and 5, but it has like the Persona sort of like elements in it. So I don't actually know too much about the games myself. We have like a couple for like PlayStation, but we haven't actually played them yet. And I've been meaning to watch some playthroughs of the Shin Megami Tensei games just to get myself like familiar with them. Apparently they're quite difficult, so I'm up for a good challenge, I think. And yeah, we haven't had actual release dates yet. We got some trailers at the end of last year, or like the middle of last year, can't remember now. It's been like, it's already February. I don't really know where the time is going, but I think we saw them revealed at E3 or something, because we've not had like an actual Nintendo Direct in over a year now, so things just kind of get dropped like randomly, or we have like the little indie directs and stuff. So yeah, we haven't even, I don't think we've got a release date for Japan either, so when we have a release date for Japan, obviously we'll have a bit of a guide. But apparently they were coming out in spring, and it's February now, so maybe we'll get them in like May or June, we'll see. Anyways, it's gonna be a nice, like, you know, if it basically if you're into the Persona games, then I would highly recommend giving these a go. I've been trying to like clue myself up on like the Shin Megami Tensei world, because obviously they don't work exactly like Persona games. So, you know, if you play them, feel free to educate me in the comments. I'm probably making up a lot of stuff here, because I'm going to be honest, I don't know everything about them yet, but I'm kind of excited to go in and like, I don't want to know everything about the games, especially like Nocturnal, because that is like a remaster. I kind of want to just play it blind, to be honest. Why not? Fun. I just like to be surprised with games now, because I've kind of been replaying the same games for like the past year or so. Like literally replayed like Persona 5 like 10 times at this point. It's crazy. But yeah, no, I'm very, very excited for those. So Persona fans, we have some good things on the horizon. Very, very excited to pick up Strikers this month. Hopefully that is good. Other than that, I think that's pretty much all the games so far, at least, that I'm going to be buying, or at least picking up this year for Switch. Let me know in the comments which games, whether it be Switch or not, you are looking forward to getting this year. Again, let's hope we hear a Pokemon Direct soon, because I'm very excited to see what is in the works for Pokemon Day and such. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe before you go. It helps me out an awful lot and I appreciate it so much. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!